Hey there! I'm sure you guys noticed as soon as I open my mouth that there's something different. And there is. um, it's been almost a month since I've been in Hawaii now, and I've been having a great time despite what my mouth may look like. um, so to get that out of the way, so it's not as distracting if you guys don't know the story, I have a plastic cap on that tooth, and it came off last week, so yes, I've had this for a week, and I may have this for the rest of the time that I'm here. And that's fine. It's funny when you go somewhere else, you don't expect the things that are going to happen or the things that are the last thing that would be on your mind that would go wrong, and at least this is a small thing. I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to be the snaggletooth queen, but it's alright. Anyway, so I have a plastic tooth on that cap that's not there anymore. It fell off while I was eating yogurt. So it was bound to come off soon anyway. So that's that. But I just wanted to give an update. I haven't really been vlogging much because I have been very, very busy. It's funny when you're not on vacation and you're going to school somewhere else, it's still school and you still are very, very busy. Even though I don't have any of my responsibilities that I have at home, I still have a lot to do. I'm filling that with other stuff so I don't feel as void without my special ponies and people and friends. So I've been filling most of my time with lots of adventures and lots of homework already and quizzes. Whew. And that's okay. So far, so good. Since I haven't had much time to distract myself with other things, I've been actually getting my stuff done. So school has been going very, very well, which is great. But I've had some pretty cool adventures so far. I went to some waterfalls last weekend and went whale watching, which is very, very entertaining. I was so nervous to go. You could say I was having a little anxiety about it. I don't like getting sick. I don't think anybody else does, but I didn't remember if I got seasick or not on a boat. I hadn't been on a boat in so long. So I was really nervous to go. I did not want to not feel good in this magical place. But, I had this weird click in my head and I was like, you know what? It's just learning something new about yourself. And yeah, it might be the worst day of your life and it might be the best day, but you're going to figure that out and it's going to be a funny story to tell after. So here we are. So I got to the boat. Me and Adia went together and she was the one who was very sweet and willed me to go. And so we got there and we're on the boat and I'm really nervous. My palms are sweaty. I'm just sweating all over because that's the usual thing. And already I can feel myself feel a little queasy even as the boat is rocking. And I think that was mostly from nerves. But still, I was thinking oh jeez, I could jump off this boat right now. Because I'm not feeling good right now, but no, I have to stay on. I have to see. What if I see a whale? Oh my god. That was pretty much actually the real reason why I went is because I really wanted to see a freaking whale. I've never seen one. Well, no, I saw one from the airplane, but I hadn't seen one so close. So I was like, oh wow, I'm so ready to see a whale. I hope I don't throw up on it. But I might see a whale, and that's so exciting. So the boat started after a long introduction of, safety and all that, and puke bags and all that fun stuff. So I was like, oh jeez, okay, we're gonna go, we're going, and it's feeling good because we're on literally still water because we're still in the bay. And I'm like, oh my god, I feel amazing, this is amazing. So I immediately stood up when we were able to. I was so optimistic, I felt so good, and I was walking up to the side of the boat, and I was looking out at the coast and trying to see if there's any whales or anything, and I'm sitting there at the side, and I'm so excited. This girl invites me up to the front of the boat, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm still really nervous. I'm just excited that I don't feel good. So I don't know if I should go up there. She's like, no, come up. I'm like, okay. So I went up there with her. She's taking my picture, and I look so cute with my snaggletooth, all that, and the waves. And I'm feeling great. And then we leave the bay, and we start hitting some pretty big waves, and it feels like a roller coaster, like we're going up and down and up and down. It feels amazing. It feels like I'm surfing, even though I don't know what surfing is like, but I feel like that's probably what it's like. I'm having so much fun, and we see whales in the distance, their spouts and vapor in the air, and I'm just so delighted by the sight of them, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I wonder where Adie is at, and I look around, and she's sitting there at the side of the boat with a bag strapped to her face. And I was like, oh, that's right. Oh, and then I think I psyched myself out, but I think I was up there a little too long, but I started to feel my stomach churn. I'm also a pity party puke person, so if you're puking, I'll puke along with you, so it's out of pity and, I don't know, support, I don't know. So I start feeling a little queasy. I'm like, I'm fine. It's probably because I'm hungry because I just had a banana for breakfast because I was too nervous. So that was also a mistake in the long run. So we're going along and like shoot the whoop. It feels amazing. And then I start feeling my stomach really starting to bubble. And I'm like, oh, okay, can't just will it not to happen now. It's starting to be, you know, like it's gonna happen. So I was like, okay, I gotta go. So I went stumbling down the boat, nearly fell off because, you know, it's still going up and down and up and down. I just see Adie with the bag over her face, and I'm like, oh geez, it's really starting to get real. So I sit down and I'm really calm and I'm still smiling, I'm still having a good time, but my stomach is like, girl, what is happening? So I was feeling it. I was listening to my body. I was just trying to like be zen. And you know, and no one's just audibly sick right now, and I'm just staring at the coast, just trying to be calm. And this guy sees that I come back down. He's asked if I'm okay, and I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, good. Yeah. And we keep going. I really don't start to feel great. But I'm still really happy that I got to see whales, so I'm like happy, but my stomach's like, girl, and I'm like, everything's fine. This is totally fine. Everything's fine. I look over at Adie, and she's looking so pale, like she's nearly green, and she's just sitting there, dazed with her bag, just, And the funny thing is when we were starting to do this trip, I was the one who was so worried about getting seasick, and she was so happy. So excited to be on the boat, and she's just sick the whole time. And I at least got a little bit of, you know, an experience up there. So we get down there, and I'm like, oh man, okay, well, there's a lot of sick people down here. Oh geez, there's like 12 of us. 12 of us are all sick. So I'm like, oh. Can I have a bag, please? And I get up and I grab a bag just for safety. And I sit down and I'm like, la-di-da-da. And then it starts to get really choppy. Really, really choppy. I can feel the whole boat raising down. And I'm like, oh, Jesus. And then the chorus began. Poor people were choking and coughing and just hurling into their bags. I'm just really trying to zen it out, just like, they're just coughing. They just have a cold. That gross splashing sound, I don't know, tears, and I'm trying to stare out at the coast. This guy tries to strike up conversation again. He's like, where are you from? And he sees because I'm wearing my Indiana red shirt. I was like, Oregon. And I'm just staring at the coast so fixedly. And he's like, oh, from Oregon? And I'm like, Eugene. And he's like, oh, that's great. Do you guys know a guy named John Sword? And all the while I'm just thinking, don't puke. John, who don't puke. And I'm just like, John, no, I don't know him. It's fine. And he's like, then he starts to finally notice. And he's like, you good? And I'm like, yep. Totally fine. Love those trees out there. See that tree? Oh, that land looks so stable. Like, I can't wait to be over there again. Because I was feeling so bad at this point. And there's this, so many things are happening. So many auditory, oh God. And I'm just really trying to will myself control my mind and my body. And then finally I start to dry heave out of pity. And that was just exciting because as soon as I started dry heaving, I thought I was a safe person, so like 3 people sat around me. As soon as I started dry heaving, they were out of there, out. They were at the top of the boat. At the top of the boat, they just fucking left. So I was like, oh jeez. Well, at least they're gone. I could just puke in peace amongst the rest of my people. But I never threw up. I just dry heaved out of pity, and it was amazing. Finally, one of the people went up to the captain, and he was like, there's a lot of people sick down there. I think we need to go back. And he's like, how many? There's like 12 out of the 30. So there's like, oh shit, that's a lot. So finally they turned the boat around, and I got a little hopeful, and I looked at the lady, and she was like, yeah, we're gonna be going back. And I'm like, oh my god, yeah. And as we turned around, there was like 3 or more people, I think almost like 5 people who came down and joined us. And as we turn, I just hear poor idiot behind me just hacking, and I'm just trying to really focus on the horizon and the trees and how stable the trees are, and I could just feel my stomach clenching like a vice, just like ready to go, like that bubbling in the bottom of your stomach, just ready to fire. Like, no, I can't. I mean, I was ready. I was like, okay, if I'm gonna throw up, it's gonna be now. That's when I was dry heaving. I was fine. It was really gross. And we were going back. Everyone finally settled. The chorus of puking noises have finally settled to to a low ambience of choking coughs. And we are heading back, and it smooths out because we're riding with the waves instead of going against them. So everyone seems to settle. There's a lot of people who are holding their faces, though. Nothing's looking great. And everybody's just going, and we're going, and people are, no, saltines were great. They were offering saltines. They were really, really nice. They were very kind, taking care of us who are very, very sick. And we're going, and then suddenly someone says a whale is breaching behind us. And without warning, the boat flips around, and almost instantly as we flipped around to see what the whale behind us, it was an instant that everyone got sick all at once except for me. Just an instant splatter into the bags and just horrible choking noises. But instantly, just the small loop set everyone off. And again, I'm just clinging to the last strength that I had not to be a part of the pity party and do it with them. I was just holding on for dear life, drinking water as much as I can to shove it back all down. And then finally, out of pity for everyone, the captain turns back around and we head back. And it's just so horrible how so many people got sick. And as soon as we got back into the bay, my stomach settled and everything was safe. I didn't throw up. I even saw 2 whales. What? Who could have thunk it? It was the best, worst day of this entire trip. It wasn't all horrible, and it wasn't all great, but it was also pretty bad. But it was a good story to tell. And I got to see some cool stuff. And I was on the ocean, which I hadn't been on once I realized it. So, fun. Now I know that I need to take nausea pills the night before and wear a seasickness band and just be prepped for it instead of going cold turkey and hating it. But, yeah, it was a good thing to learn about myself and about ADS. That was really fun. But yeah, I do have a couple other stories. Maybe I'll record one separately and put them in, but so far that's probably been my most eventful story. I think I will record another one pretty soon because I have had some pretty funny experiences. So thank you again for sticking around for the update. School's going great. Adventures are going great. I'm going great so far, except lacking a little bit of a tooth, but that's alright. This gives me a little character and people won't mess with me, maybe? I don't know. It seems like since I chipped my tooth, people have been a lot nicer to me. Maybe they know that I'm a fighter. I'll get ya with my tooth. Anyway, I miss you guys a lot. Well, I mean, Oh, sorry, let me do that. I miss my family so much at home. And I miss my animals and my friends and my parents and the people who supported me through this. I miss them a lot. But I've been here for almost a month now, about 3 weeks. Starting my fourth, halfway through pretty much, almost. So it's a ride, but I'm sticking it out. Sticking it out like it's something horrible. I'm enjoying it, and I can't wait to bring back my stories for you all when I'm back at home. And for the new viewers, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you can be a part of this family as well. So, thank you guys, and I'll probably see you soon.